Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Omega, Delta, and Sigma. 6 male personality types according to the socio-sexual hierarchy, which can be surprisingly accurate. In this video, we're going to cover 13 little-known habits of the Sigma male personality archetype. That's tendencies and things they often do, tastes in art and food, and even their relationship habits. Welcome to Viral Brain, where we focus on the psychology of personality. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever we release new content. Number 1. Sigma males can be unintentionally offensive or brutally honest. People lie to make themselves look better, to hide a mistake or a failure they've made, or to protect someone's feelings and spare their pain. Sigmas don't really care about any of these things, so they just don't have a reason to lie. They have pragmatic views on life, and they don't sugarcoat stuff to make it sound better. They tell it like it is, and if it hurts someone, well, too bad. It's still the truth. The thing is, they don't mind hearing the truth themselves, so they don't give these filters of politeness and esteem as much significance as others do. They're humble, so they have no regard to title or status. They talk to their college professors and bosses the same way they talk to the janitor or someone who works for them, with respect and honesty. They have a mindset that goes, the only reason there has to be a guy who tells children Santa doesn't exist is the guy who told them Santa does. They hate television and propaganda, and they often try to educate people to think for themselves, ask questions, and find out the truth. Number 2. Sigmas are easily irritated by wasting time. Look, if a Sigma is chilling and he doesn't really have much to do, it's the weekend or he's on a vacation, cool. He doesn't mind wasting hours or even days for the sake of his happiness and mental well-being. But if he's in the middle of something, or he's got a lot of work to do right now, and you take his time by starting an argument or being distracting or causing him any kind of problem, that is the best shot you have at driving a Sigma male furious. "Don't waste my time" would perhaps be the collective cry of all Sigma males in the world, if they were asked to express their most bothersome frustration. Sigmas value their own time and resources above everything, and they hate for an argument to last too long, because they view it as an inconvenience in the way of their peaceful life. They're often very accurate when describing time, saying things like, "I'll be there in 7 minutes," or "I need to wake up at 6:35. Number 3. Sigma males are quiet. Unless they're with a group of super close friends whom they're comfortable chatting with about all kinds of nonsense, Sigma males prefer being the silent one in the group for a few reasons. 1. They don't feel the need to receive social validation, so when strangers talk, it's usually a show they put on to communicate to other people that they're eloquent, well-informed, or educated about a certain topic, or that they're funny or kind, or whatever good picture they want to paint of themselves. But Sigmas, they don't really care what people think of them. 2. If you're talking, you're not listening, and Sigmas love listening. And 3. Many people talk because they have to say something. Sigmas talk because they have something to say. Many people can't stand silence. Sigmas don't mind it, and they can even cherish it. They already have so much going on in their minds to keep themselves entertained. They often say things like, "I don't really know," "I haven't thought about it," or "I'm not informed enough to have an opinion on this topic." They're not afraid to show that they don't know, they're not afraid of being judged, and they'd rather stay silent than talk nonsense. Number 4. Sigma males don't follow fashion or trends. You'd often find very little on their social media profiles, and they're completely oblivious to all the Instagram trends and TikTok dances. To Sigmas, these are all desperate tools to try to fit in with everyone, and as we've said time and time again, they don't care about fitting in. They'll wear jeans from 3 years ago if it still fits them, and a funny-looking ice cap that makes their ears warm. Number 5. Sigmas have specific preferences. They don't like something or someone just because everyone likes it. They look within themselves to find what they truly enjoy in life, and they're never afraid to say it. So they have different tastes in music, food, art, places, and pretty much everything. You'd often find a Sigma male listening to songs from past decades or centuries, or talented underground artists not many people know about. And they'd like a genre even if it has a bad reputation or an association with a particularly infamous group of people. Many times a Sigma would find a famous art piece pointless or overrated. They might think, yeah, the Mona Lisa is great and all, but I'm pretty sure there are way more talented people in the world. They're just not as famous as Leonardo da Vinci. They're not susceptible to the herd mentality. They think for themselves, and they're hard to convince. Number 6. Sigmas often say, I need time to think, and it can happen anytime. If you're having an important conversation with a Sigma, it's not uncommon for him to just leave the room abruptly, go completely silent out of the blue, or even end the conversation saying, give me time to think. The thing is, Sigmas don't really wing it. They value their alone time, they're calm and calculating, and they like to think about anything they say or do before doing it. They look within themselves for intuition, and they listen to their gut feeling. So don't worry if a Sigma goes for fresh air in the middle of a meeting or goes to his office before a big decision. He's not escaping. He just needs time to reflect, think, and act. Number 7. Sigmas often find people unreasonable, and they don't shy away from saying it. You're being completely unreasonable is perhaps the most uttered collection of words said by all Sigma males around the world. Because they're logical thinkers themselves, they can often find other people acting upon their impulses or feelings illogical or unreasonable, and it irritates them. But if you're a Sigma male, hear me out. Humans are not made out of reason. They're made out of emotions, habits, hormones, instincts, and yeah, a little bit of reasoning. You have the ability to separate all these other things and act reasonably, but not everyone does. So recognize when someone is acting on their feelings or instincts and respect it, or else you're gonna come across as cold or insensitive. Number 8. Sigma males self-indulge, alone. They can go treat themselves to a nice meal on their own, go to a movie they've been waiting for, or even travel or go on hikes. If company is available, great. If not, it wouldn't stop them from doing what they want alone. Number 9. Sigma males have a tiny inner circle. He's not a people pleaser or a people's person, and he definitely wasn't the popular guy in high school. Sigma males probably have a handful of very close friends they're probably going to have for life. And they often have 2 or 3 very serious relationships throughout their entire lifetime. This is because Sigmas value their own time and resources above everything, and they just don't want to waste them on someone who's not a good fit. They have a meticulous, almost scientific approach to choosing a life partner, and unlike alphas who might seek multiple partners for more social validation, or betas who have many short-term relationships due to indecisiveness, Sigmas are the most loyal and devout personality archetype. If they think they found the one, they will swim oceans and destroy mountains to keep her. But if they don't… Number 10. Sigmas are happy single. You're more likely to find a Sigma male single than in a relationship. It doesn't come from an antisocial mentality or commitment issues. It's the fact that they're hyper-aware of the responsibilities that come with being in a relationship. Think about it. It's cheaper and more efficient to live alone, travel alone, and a partner can be the greatest source of happiness and fulfillment in life, but they can also take way too much time. The way Sigmas think about it is, if they're in a fulfilling relationship, they might feel so happy and satisfied that they don't strive to achieve great things. So oftentimes, they'd rather focus their energy and resources on themselves, at least till they think they've made it and they're ready to settle down. Number 11. Sigmas never trust anyone until they earn their trust. Law says the suspect is innocent until proven guilty. Sigmas say everyone is guilty until proven innocent. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all Sigmas have trust issues. I'm saying that they don't trust people just because some other people trust them, or because that's the polite thing to do. They value their trust and respect, and they feel like it has to be earned. Number 12. Sigma males lose interest. I hate to be the one breaking this to you, but Sigma males will leave if they lose interest, and they lose interest fast. At work, keep them intellectually stimulated with new and challenging tasks, and give them space to grow and carry more responsibility. And in a relationship, try to come up with new date ideas and suggest new things to try out in bed. If you capitalize on this, you can actually play it to your advantage, because Sigmas are some of the most efficient workers and devout partners. Number 13. Sigmas are more likely to be paranoid than any of the other male archetypes. This is due to their general distrust in people, and their view that most people are either incompetent, so they're not a reliable source of information, or they're straight out dishonest. It's also because of how much time they spend alone. The truth is, alphas are more likely to be anxious because of how much they care about their image, and Sigmas are more likely to be paranoid because of how little they trust people. Sigmas are the least dependent on society, and this often leads to them making a living out of individual tasks like writing, programming, or graphic designing. They're into the creative side of things, and this results in them spending a lot of thinking time, and it can sometimes be dangerous to let your thoughts creep up on you. So if you ever feel like a Sigma doesn't fully trust you, don't be offended. It's just the way they think. You need to understand that this is a struggle for them, because many of them are aware they might sometimes be paranoid, and they actively fight these thoughts away. So make sure you take their side and be understanding, and with time, this will probably fade.